Without further ado, I'd like to announce our keynote speaker for today, Alex Radu from MultiversX. Please give him a round of applause.
Good morning, conference. Glad to be here and fantastic to have this crowd here today. I'm Alex Radu. I'm in charge of ecosystem growth at MultiversX, the blockchain built for the real world. Now, you may wonder, what is a blockchain built for the real world look like? Doesn't the preconceptions about blockchain say that like a blockchain is inefficient, not scalable, and it's impacting the environment in a bad way, and it's just a pain to integrate? However, we at MultiversX have been working for the past years, and we think and we strongly believe that the blockchain built for the real world should have a high amount of throughput, low latency, should be scalable, should have negligible fees, and at the same time should be having a positive or not harm the environment in any way, to be carbon negative. And this has been our mission for the past 5 years, and we call these specifications the internet scale blockchain. And we have managed to take this network to have this live for several years with zero downtime, with a vast ecosystem, and to have already integrated it in several ecosystems, have several partners and reputable players around the world adopt it. Now, back in the days in 2018 when we kickstarted and we set our mission to solve this, there was one of the most famous trilemmas out there that came actually from the Web3 space, and it's called the blockchain trilemma. And this says that a blockchain cannot be secure, scalable, and decentralized at the same time. And it says that it should be nearly impossible to do so. But things are impossible only until they are not. And the brightest minds in the Web3 space have been all contributing towards this with some massive open source projects, including MultiversX being a massive open source, fully open source project. And here at MultiversX, we have been tackling this big, like immense challenge with adaptive state sharding, with secure proof of stake, with a vast ecosystem of validators, being probably the second largest one after Ethereum 2.0 in terms of numbers of validators, with one of the fastest virtual machines out there, and with a vast ecosystem of startups utilizing it. I can discuss about this perhaps throughout the whole period of the conference, but I'm going to focus on the what's next question. So after working on having this very scalable, high throughput infrastructure solution and solving some of the most immense problems in the blockchain space, what's the next step? And here, in all the speeches, in all the keynotes, and all the conferences around the world, everybody is talking about mass adoption. And we have as internal strategies to focus on 3 things that we consider as the main 3 challenges in the blockchain space: user experience, security, and on the other hand, use cases that should bring the whole space forward. And this is, in our opinion and in our internal strategies, the recipe for the mass adoption. In terms of user experience, there are, everybody speaks about user experience, and we think that you should cater to the needs of the public. And again, in our strategies, we have 2 groups of people that we cater towards to. One, the retail. This can be our friends, our family, and even our grandparents, that these guys simply don't want to even think about all of these complex structures, infrastructures, layer 1s, and so forth. They just want to have a solution that works and to have some, just tap into the Web3 space. And in this regards, there are several solutions, products on MultiversX. For instance, X-Portal. It's one of the things that I can clearly pinpoint in terms of one of our tools, that it's acting as a growth engine for MultiversX, attracting more than 1.5 million users in a very short period of time on MultiversX, and being simply put into words, non-custodial wallet, financial services, credit cards, bank accounts, digital identity, AI avatar, hub, gamification tool, and have all of the apps within one app store on MultiversX. And this has been acting as a growth engine for us. And on the other hand, the second category are perhaps some of you here in the room, managers at enterprises or companies and startups that simply want to have some Web3 tech within your companies. And in this regard, there are several solutions on MultiversX, such as XFabric, where you can just have a few clicks and then have your own smart contract, NFT marketplace, and just start your journey on MultiversX. But now, after having this powerful infrastructure, having some very strong growth engines and onboarding means on MultiversX, what are the next things? Because without, for instance, security, all of the other things don't matter at all. And we think that with a great amount of decentralization, there comes a lot of power, but there are also some challenges because everybody tries to tap into and like fool the other users and get your private keys and everything. And we can see clearly that there are a lot of drainages happening in the Ethereum ecosystem outside and so on happening at all time. And on top of building the very strong security layer on MultiversX with the second largest validator networks out there with all of the security embedded in the protocol level with like zero downtime, zero security problems with like a mainnet running for several years. We have also built some tools directly on top of the protocol, like the true ownership of the digital assets of the NFTs. They are directly owned by you, not by a smart contract that assigns you the ownership. And on top of this, we've got also 2FA directly at the protocol level. So that's right, you can have your private keys stolen, and it's perfectly fine. If you have the Guardian activated on MultiversX, you have to co-sign this from your X portal, for instance, with a few clicks, and yeah, you can have them lost, you can have them stolen, and nothing will happen because you've got this secure directly embedded in the protocol solution of on-chain 2FA. But now, after again having the infrastructure, such scalable, powerful, having the great onboarding tools, having some very strong best-in-class security measures taken directly at the protocol level, the next step is having some use cases to onboard the users. Without those, like, the technology will not get to the people in the end. And here on MultiversX, we have perhaps one of the most adopted networks out there, especially in the European Union, where we've got hundreds of startups building on top of MultiversX. We've got solutions in the direction of DeFi, we've got some very vibrant NFT communities, we've got some pretty cool gaming solutions on top of MultiversX, very fun, and then, of course, a blockchain build for the real world needs to have also some real world use cases. And I'm going to just double tap into a few things here, like a data marketplace where you can own your data, you can benefit from it. Ethereum is building actually this on MultiversX, and like you really benefit of owning your own data. Then Inspire is building a loyalty system for enterprises and have already integrated and partnered up with several other companies at the European level and implementing NFTs and tokens to gamify and onboard a lot of users on all of these platforms. Then a rental platform for vacation rentals where NFTs can be part, like you can have skin in the game after owning these real world assets and their tokens and NFTs on the MultiversX network. Then one of the biggest EV charging stations network in Europe, COAT, is growing this through tokens, through use cases being built on top of MultiversX. And even like health can be incentivized, and you can embed digital assets in your startup to scale your network of gyms, your network of health products, like Sense4Fit does this on MultiversX. But after discussing all of these things, after presenting all of the stuff in terms of like some real use cases that are being built as we speak throughout the years on MultiversX, today I am really excited to present you the next chapter for MultiversX, which is going to be MultiversX becoming multiverse of different universes. And each startup, each company and enterprise being able to have its own universe of infrastructure, economy, right on top of MultiversX, bound to other startups and universes and infrastructures through the thinnest fabric of an invisible infrastructure. And what do I mean by that? Sounds quite crazy. And I'm meaning that the infrastructure and the blockchains can be spanned on top of MultiversX through a few clicks and have an enterprise, a project, a startup build its own chain, its own infrastructure, and be at the same time interoperable with all the other chains, with the MultiversX mainnet, with other layer ones at the same time, and benefiting benefiting of the whole MultiversX infrastructure that we have been building throughout the years. And again, this sounds impossible, like I was telling you about the big challenge that was in the beginning a few years ago. But things are impossible only until they are not. This is one of my favorite quotes. And here we are introducing sovereign chains. We are going to have the first demo actually next week, and we are going to have next month in Paris the debut of the chains. Several companies, enterprises, and startups are already working with this technology. They are going to launch this. They are going to connect this to other layer ones. They are going to initiate their own chains, and they are going to be benefiting of a configurable infrastructure of its own needs that can cater towards use cases that can, you can deploy your own chain that can be private, that can be non-private, that you can set your own validator set, that you can configure as you wish. And just imagine one of the journeys of one enterprise that has a conglomerate of entities under its umbrella and can span out one chain through which it can validate its internal documents that will use it for the internal purposes of the company and have everything private, but then share some information with other chains and other use cases to other companies, all be interoperable through the layer of the MultiversX sovereign chains, and at the same time be interoperable with the mainnet, with the chain, and with all of the other chains built on top of MultiversX. But this is just one of the journeys for an enterprise that wants to deploy one sovereign chain. However, there are numerous ways you can get involved. And we are really glad to welcome you to build on top of MultiversX, and there are several other ways in which you can do so. For instance, a developer can join one of our builder houses, have some initial challenges, join a hackathon with some fellow builders, and then present their ideas in one of the demo days where they are going to search for funding on MultiversX in a very strong network of VCs, of backers, and simply make their dreams and ideas become reality, and get a lot of support from the foundation and from all of the initiatives that we are doing in a very, very often way, and backing all of these initiatives. And you can be part of this. You can build the next big thing on MultiversX. With this mindset in mind, we can say that one can live his own life into one universe. But this can work up to a point, and the whole mindset that we have been building, with which we have been building everything here at MultiversX, has been joining a multiverse of collaboration, of innovation, and in our opinion, this is the only way towards building something very meaningful. And with this mindset in mind, I would like to invite one of our newest colleagues on stage to present one of our latest initiatives here at MultiversX. Lucas.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here. This is going to be a big day for growth on MultiversX. This is going to be a big moment for the community on MultiversX, and it's going to be a big day for the businesses that are looking to build on MultiversX. I'm thrilled to announce a new initiative that brings together everything that Alex has been talking about, but supercharges it with a sort of superpower that underwrites a lot of the things that are going well on in the Web3 space, and that's community. Community really is the heart of everything that happens there. It's the feedback machine that makes your product better. It's the people that evangelize your product and your project, and it's going to be something that we're going to take to the next level with the X Alliance initiative. X Alliance is going to be a growth fund of over $100,000 that goes directly to community and community initiatives. We're going to empower Web3 creators and entrepreneurs. We're creating this link that is sometimes hard to create for businesses between the Web2 and the Web3 space, and really also taking your customers that are exploring the Web3 space for the first time by the hand and show them this new exciting world. And of course, we're driving progress, we're fostering innovation, and we're accelerating growth, but at the grassroots level. So if you're looking to build a product, if you're looking to fix something a problem that you have, if you're looking to really dive deeper into all the things that you can do with this new technology, community is where you should take a good look, because this is something that will power your business. So I'm very excited to announce this. We're going to have a lot of info coming out about this in the next few hours and explain everything about it. Thrilled to be here, thrilled to see all of you, thrilled to talk to all of you about this in-depth, and yeah, happy to announce X Alliance. It's time to build, and let's build together.